Add another St. Louis native to the list of Hollywood success stories.
This is Ray's brother, Famo.
And that's Hunter Sansone, who co-stars in the 2020 film Safety. It's based on the true story of Clemson University football player Ray McElrathbey and how he cared for his younger brother on campus while their mother was in drug rehab. Being there for family is the movie's theme, one to which Hunter Sansone can relate.
As long as you family, so is the kid.
Family always is such a huge influence. And I was very fortunate to have a really supportive family that pushed me. They didn't just give anything. They were just like, hey, if you want something, work for it. If you want our support, show us. And that's exactly what I did. And I'm grateful for how they handled those early developmental stages because it shaped me into who I am today.
Sansone was about 5 years old when his parents bought a 123-acre farm in Franklin County. He grew up dividing his time between going to school in West St. Louis County and spending weekends on the farm.
The farm was 100% my happy place with, horses and goats and chickens, dogs, everything you can think of. It was like a zoo. My neighbor used to say, everywhere you look, something's moving. Because it was true. At that point when I was little, my dad went all out, and it was such a great childhood.
Between school, the farm, and athletics, Sansone's plate was full. But that didn't stop his mother's subtle drumbeat about another pursuit he hadn't even considered.
My mom is a singer and a songwriter and a vocal coach. And so from day one, she always would just kind of casually mention to me, you'd be a good actor. And in my head, I was like a little kid. I was playing my sports. I was out on my farm. I was going to school with my friends. I would just brush it off. I'm like, all right, thanks, Mom. You're just like being a mom, like a mom saying you can do anything. You could go be an astronaut. And so I would just brush it off. And sure enough, man, she stayed consistent with it, not in a nagging way, just kind of a comment here or there. We'd be watching something. She'd be like, you could do that. And it rubbed off on me, and Mama knows best. And I went to an acting class in the St. Louis area with my mom, and I got hooked.
After graduating from Chaminade, Sansone tested the waters in Los Angeles, made connections, attended college for a while, and ultimately decided to focus on pursuing a career in film and TV. He learned early on the need to cultivate the art of the audition.
A lot of my mentors used to say to me, your job is actually auditioning. That's what you do for a living, is auditioning. And you think of, oh no, but what I do for a living is I act in movies or I act in TV shows. And yes, of course, but the day-to-day hustle is going to these auditions and being told no 99 out of 100 times. Anybody has a different story. I mean, there's a fluke where someone walks out to Hollywood and their first audition, they book a life-changing job, and that happens, and that's great, and more power to them. But at least in my experience, in my years in Hollywood, I had about a solid 5 years where I was just working those part-time jobs, going to audition after audition.
That's difficult not to take personally.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what you have to do, is not take it personally. But that's the hardest thing, is to do exactly that. It's easier said than done.
In the movie Safety, Sansone plays Daniel Morelli, Clemson Tigers teammate, roommate, and best friend of Ray McElrathbey. The character was inspired by some of McElrathbey's real-life Clemson buddies.
What does sacrifice mean to you? To me, it means putting it all on the line.
Filming took place in the fall of 2019, prior to the pandemic.
All the game scenes that you guys see are shot live in front of 70 to 80,000 people. We ran down onto that field. There's no green screen. There's no cinematic tricks. That's all real. They gave us half of a halftime to run onto the field and execute these intricate football plays. We had about 7.5 minutes, one take each. It was like live theater on steroids. We got 80,000 people screaming.
Sansone worked with a few other St. Louis area natives for this project, including the director, award-winning filmmaker Reginald Hudlin. And Sansone has this advice for aspiring actors hoping to join them in Hollywood.
If you're pursuing this and you're really passionate about it and you love it with everything in you and you can see yourself doing nothing else, don't give up.
For Living St. Louis, I'm Ruth Giesel.
Come on, we Tigers over here, baby. That's what Tigers do.